Yes, guys, welcome to another video, and we've got another match preview here. It's obviously the big game this weekend, City taking on United, and I've got the boy Flex. What you saying, bro? You all right?
Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good. Nervous and apprehensive about this game, but thanks for having me, man. Let's get into it, man. I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's good. This game, we just had a chat earlier, where we've obviously spoke about Don Robbie and that, and these games are weird. Like, how are you feeling ahead of this game? Because we have the better team, like, you know, we have the better manager, but it's Derby Day. City not in the best form at the moment. Anyone's game?
Yeah, I'll say anyone's game because of the reasons that you just said, but also it's slightly more in your favor because you're just better than us. You are in pretty much every department. But in a derby game, as we've seen in the last couple of years, that's been the case where you've been better than us for a long time. But we managed to come to your backyard and do well. Under Ollie, it was really weird because if there was a manager who you thought was so far away from Pep in terms of how good he is as a manager, it would probably be someone like Ollie. But he managed to outsmart him a good couple of times at the Etihad. Didn't lose while he was there in the Prem. And it's one of them games that can be on a knife edge and go either way. I think back to when we were dominant in English football, and we used to have a derby game against either you or Liverpool when Liverpool was shit. But it would still be a massively hard game. That's Man United in their prime. We'd still have difficult games against you. Might lose at Main Road, might lose at the Etihad, or vice versa. You might come Old Trafford, nick a draw, whatever, because they're derby games. Same with all the derby games. So form goes out the window. I know that's a bit cliche, but it does. And actually, talking about form, and we've spoken, you guys have been a little bit ropey, and I feel like because you've got Liverpool hot on your heels as well, there's more riding on the game. Puts us in a weird emotional situation that we've got to take care of ourselves. We want top four. Embarrassing, but that's just where we're at. But, if we do win, if we do beat you or do nick a draw, Liverpool rubbing their hands, it adds some more spice to the table and at the top of the league. So, yeah, it can go either way. But, that humbling you gave us when Ollie was still here, that 2-0 at Old Trafford, bro, that felt like a 5-0, mate, honestly. Like, I know it was 5-0 against Liverpool, but I actually feel we played even worse against you. And that might sound weird because it was only 2-0, but Pep didn't even make a sub in that game. That was really embarrassing. And that was just a quick reminder. And that was in our own backyard. So yes, we do all right at the Etihad, but there's always that reminder that City can click into gear at any moment and be ruthless and devastating. But we're capable on our day of it clicking as well. We've got some great players. So yeah, it's hard to call.
Yeah. Like in the summer, obviously everyone was getting pretty gassed at United with the signings that you were making. And of course, like, whilst I know you still had the Ollie faithful and that, and a fair play to them, you know what I mean, being loyal, sticking behind the manager and that, I think, most people sort of knew that Ollie probably... Yeah. You knew that Ollie wasn't the man, you know what I mean? But I still respect the ones that, like, were loyal behind him, you know what I mean? Because it's nice to see a bit of loyalty in football these days. But, I mean, are you surprised that you weren't closer to City and Liverpool? Because, whilst, of course, our managers were far superior than Ollie, like, you still have a pretty decent starting 11. And I know that there's areas in that team that you want to improve. Every team has, areas that you want to improve. But you are kind of miles behind, man. And, like, you're fighting for top four. And that's not even guaranteed at the moment with the way Arsenal are playing at the moment. And that's all. Are you surprised at how far away you actually are? Or are you like, you know what I mean? Could we kept Ollie for so long? That's the position that we're in.
Yeah, I mean, the gap's got even bigger, but I wouldn't even say surprised, bro, because you guys have set a bar so high. Like we were talking about it before, like you guys draw and it's almost the end of the world because the bar is that high. Like, you're talking 90 plus points easily to win this league. And, Chelsea are not even getting near that and we're behind them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We're so far off it because of the way the decisions that we've made and the squad that we've assembled. We've actually assembled this squad after spending just over £1 billion since Sir Alex Ferguson left. Imagine that. We've got the highest wage bill in the league, mate. We've got the highest wage bill in the league.
That's a joke,
and
that.
It's an absolute joke, and that's the best that we can do. With £1 billion spent since Sir Alex, the best we've got is an FA Cup, a Europa League, and a Carabao Cup. That's it. We haven't challenged for the league once since Sir Alex has left. We haven't done anything in the Champions League since Sir Alex has left, and it's been really poor. So no, bad decision after bad decision. You're only going to get further away from City. Does it hurt massively? Does it anger me massively? But it's not surprising. It's not. I'm not surprised. We should have had more of a return for what we've spent. Like I said to you on the thing we've done before, when you get a window of Sancho, Ronaldo, and Varane, and you finish second to City, you're saying, well, you know what? There's only one way, and it's up. Then you know that, and it's almost that expectancy which should have been there. I'm not saying that shouldn't have been there. That's what killed Oli, because he went into a remit that was way above him, and the squad got exposed for what it really was. Really, Liverpool were out of it with loads of injuries last year, COVID season, no fans. So I mean, so we went third, second, grinding it out, but actually it was a bit of a false hope. And now our squad's been exposed for what it really is, which is lacking in a lot of areas.
Yeah, now Flex, I can't lie. Yeah, as a City fan, obviously, we've been loving what's happening. You know,
yeah,
what I mean, you can't blame us, Flex. You know what I mean? It's been, growing up, United were always the team. You know what I mean? You was the pinnacle of English football and European football as well. And so it's been nice to see what's going on now. I love talking, about how United are eventually going to go back up there, because I think I've got to be honest with myself. It's inevitable that United will come back because of the amount of money. They will, because the fan base they've got, the money that they've got. You know what I mean? Like, everyone always rolls City for the money, but like you rightly said, you spent £1 billion. You've got the wage budget as well, so it's natural to believe United will get back up there. My point to you now is, and our City fans are going to want to know, how much more time are we going to be able to celebrate your sort of poor performances? How long is it going to be until United start challenging Liverpool and City again?
I couldn't tell you, mate. Not anytime soon. Not in the next. I'll be very surprised. I mean, you never know what a new manager can do. Say Eric Ten Hag came and was an absolute revelation, and it surprised loads of us by just battling it out. This is my personal opinion, yeah? Not that I can't speak for a fan base. I don't think we get anywhere near it until at least Pep and Klopp ain't there. That's the starter. I just think them two are so good. The bar is so high, bro. It's unbelievable. The amount of points you need to get to win this league, even amongst yourselves. You can't afford to lose 3 games a season. A season, bro. Like, it's unbelievable. So for us to go from where we are now, drawing against Watford, drawing against Burnley, throwing points away against Southampton, going out against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, for us to go from that to winning what did City win? Like 80% of their games, maybe something like that.
Yeah, we're probably losing like 3 or 4 games a season max and drawing 2 or 3. Like,
right. So for us to go to that from where we are is not going to happen in 2 years. The next 2 years, I can't see it. And I the question I want to ask you lot is, when's Pep going to sod off? When's he going to get bored? Is he just waiting for a Champions League?
We don't talk about that round here, Flex. We all start crying. We all start crying when we start thinking about that.
Rightly so. What a manager. So to answer your question, I don't think in the next couple of years. Look, if we get a top draw manager, which I still think a lot of Man United fans are sold in Ten Hag and saying he's the guy, he's amazing, he's this. I like him, but I'm not one of these fans that just goes off on it. You got to come to England. It's different. It's not Ajax. It's not the same structure at Man United. You can't just get gassed like that. They're writing off Pochettino. Okay, he's got his flaws and stuff, but he knows the league. He knows the players. But whoever it is, I just don't think is going to come and, be only a couple of points off the likes of Pep and Klopp. They can close the gaps to make it look a bit more, challenge Chelsea, start getting third again, start getting closer if it works and we buy well and sell well. But to answer your question, bro, 1, how long's a piece of string? But 2, I will say, not within the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think most City fans will be happy with that. You know what, actually? It's funny you say that, actually. Do you not think that outside of, Pep and Klopp, the managerial standard at the moment is... well, I'm not going to say it's weak, because it might not be weak, but it appears weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, for us, I want Luis Enrique. Yeah, if Pep goes, I
Yeah,
want Luis
proper.
Enrique because
He's on our shortlist. I'll take him all day.
yeah, because he's
Yeah.
like he's a natural fit for our football club as well. But I'm looking around, I've seen United being linked with Ancelotti, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh man, like yeah, he's a good manager and that, but that was so 2010s. You know what I mean? Like,
100%, Lewis. 100% agree with you. I feel like I was saying this when Man United fans were like, "Oh, why get Poch because of this and why get?" I'm like, if you think about it, apart from Pep Klopp in England, we've got the best managers: Pep, Klopp, Tuchel, and Conte. You look at Nagelsmann;
yeah,
he's
about
young,
that.
he's
Yeah.
up and coming, he's doing his thing. Allegri, okay, he's got prowess, but fine, I'll give you that. Simeone, he just fits Atletico. I can't see him going anywhere else and doing. Do you know what I mean? And when I look at the best managers, I think they are in the Premier League. Xavi's, new to it all and doing his thing. Ancelotti is been there and done that. So, and then Pochettino's at PSG, which the job at PSG just doesn't count, does it? It's a bit weird. Unless I don't think you can judge any manager at PSG. It's a weird one. So yeah, the standard of the Wengers, the Fergies and the prime Jose's and that, they're all gone, mate. It's that next batch of young up and coming managers, which is your Nagelsmans, your Ten Hags, your Pochettino's still in that gap, trying to earn the respect of people. So I agree with you, man. It's not what it was. It's not what it was.
You've either got United on the next manager will either gamble and go Ten Hag. You know what I mean? Pochettino's still probably a bit of a gamble, but it's not as much of a gamble as Ten Hag. Or you go for someone who's been there, done it. But you've done that before. You've done
They're
that.
talking about a short-term thing, like you said with Ancelotti again. And I'm like, if it's going to be short-term because you can't decide who, just leave Ralph there then.
Yeah,
I would.
It's
a
madness. It's a madness. And in fact, guys, maybe let us know in the comment section below. You know what I mean? For City as well. You know what I mean? Because City are going to be in this position probably in a few years. Hopefully it's not going to be for many more years. Yeah. But yeah, let us know in the comment section below what you think. Well, let's just turn our attention quickly to the game then. City fans obviously have probably seen a bit of United over the season, but just for those that are pure City through and through. I know, and maybe I'll let you say the score prediction at the end, yeah, because I don't want to ruin it. But if United are going to win this game, which they can do, how are you going to win this game? You know what I mean? What's the strategy going to be if you are going to win this game? Where defensively are you going to be strong and prevent City from scoring, and offensively, how are you going to create chances, and how are you going to put the ball in the back of the net? Because I said to you before, I seen that Watford game, man. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah. How do United win this game?
I think it's a mixture of a little bit of everything, Lewis. Like a mixture of the ingredients of what we've had of actually winning there in the last couple of years, which is picking the right moments and transitionally being very good. Having the quality in transition. So we might go long periods without the ball, like a lot of teams do, almost every team against City. I think Pep named the ones who come to play against them, didn't he, the other day, and said the rest of them just sit back. And we were in the group of the ones that sit back. But sitting back and playing that way has got us, a couple of wins against you in the last couple of years there. So we have to pick our moments. We cannot go toe to toe. That's the first thing. There has to be an element of retreat. But that doesn't mean, sitting completely deep just at the edge of your 18-yard box and can't get out. It's going and hunting impacts in the right areas, forcing turnovers, but having the quality to transition quick. And that leads me into the runners. Weirdly, Rashford hasn't been playing very well, but I think this is the game for him. Alanga, Sancho, whoever it's going to be, we need runners in and around Ronaldo quick. So Rashford probably has to play for me because of that. Or Alanga, he's still very quick, so I don't mind him starting. He's done really well. And Bruno needs to be on it, not giving the ball away, not trying Hollywood passes. But in transition, we have to be good. It's interesting with Pogba and then Fred and McTominay, because the biggest joy we've had in these games, ironically, when McTominay and Fred get a rough time, has been because those two play. And in these type of games, the engine room in there against City has to be at it, because you get pulled apart quickly, you pass with high tempo. So in order to win it back, to give us them transitional moments, we need two runners in there too. So, but I need the quality of Paul Pogba. So this is where Ralph's got to show a bit tactically. How does he protect Paul Pogba with his lack of combativeness in there, but highlight him so we can get him the ball because he's the one who can, in transitional moments, has the quality.
Yeah,
So
he still gives me nightmares.
That balance right.
I'm not gonna lie. Do you remember when we was 2-0 up? And mate, that guy ruined every single City fan's day, man. Not even day.
With his hair blue as well. With his hair blue, bro.
I know. It was like, why is this guy popping up now? You know what I mean? So
But again, so that's what it is, and we've got to defend properly. That's you can't be making silly mistakes. If it's Wan-Bissaka, he can't get caught sleeping and players running off him. If it's Dalot, same thing. He's got to be up and down, whipping balls in. If it's Tellez or it's Shaw at fullback, same thing. And you made a joke of it earlier. I don't know what order this is going to go out in, but you're saying if Harry Maguire has a stinker, gives it straight to De Bruyne at the edge of the box, or gives it straight to Foden, or he's not looking and someone runs off him. These are all things that can happen at Man United. You know what I mean? So we've got to defend properly. So to answer your question of how we can win, culmination of all them things.
Yeah, no, it's a madness. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to cancel myself a little bit here. But I'm going to, because there's a player at Man United, who I think is disrespected, right? And when you said the words transitional play, Jesse Lingard. Now, hear me out, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's assume United just sort of like, I don't think they're going to sit back fully, but I do think there'll be an element of sort of like, let's just try and work our way into the game. So, maybe a pass comes into the midfield, Fred McTominay nicks it. Now you're talking about sort of transitional play. Now, if Bruno's there, now you just said it as well, don't do the Hollywood passes. Well, I think Bruno is more of a passer, but what I really like about Jesse Lingard, and I'm not ashamed to say it, is the guy carries the ball, man. He runs with the ball. You know what I mean? And I think that, I know he's not going to play, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But I'm just going to say, like, I think that he would be a dangerous weapon in this game, because if he picked the ball up, say at the halfway line, and he's got goal side of Rodri, and he's running at our defenders, and he's got maybe Rashford, Elanga, Ronaldo in front of him. You know what I mean? I think he's a dangerous player, but I know it's not worked out there. He's leaving.
No, but you're right. You're right. I agree with what you're saying. You think back to the game, not last season, season before. So I think it was Dan James, Martial, and Jesse who started that one, I want to say. And we've rinsed you on the counter-attack. In the first half, I think we got a penalty as well. I think Rashford won the penalty. Or was Rashford starting? I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but Jesse played in one of them. And in transitional moments, him and Dan James were just running at you, just kept coming and causing you massive problems. And he is a clever footballer, Jesse. He is. He's out of favour right now. Obviously, a lot happened in the January transfer window. He should have gone, didn't get a chance to move. We had a load of situations, obviously, that happened where it meant he had to stay. We let go of Martial. We let go of Donny van de Beek. He had to stay. But you're right. He's an intelligent footballer. He's just not in great form right now because he don't get a chance to play. But he is someone who could affect the game, definitely, yeah. Because he started against Leeds, actually, to be fair to him.
I like Lingard, man. I think he's a good player and he can be effective, you know what I mean? I think if he gets a manager that dials him in, you know what I mean? I think
his next move, he'll be fine. When he ends up going to West Ham or if he goes Spurs or wherever he goes, he'll start showing it again, definitely.
Nah, defo. Right, Flex, score prediction time. What you going for?
Don't like doing predictions, Lewis, man. Don't normally do them, but got to get consistent in it. I've already done it on our channel, so
give a different prediction.
Give
a different prediction. Now you covered yourself on our basis, then, man. You're chilling.
Yeah, I think we might win or we might lose, and then I've done the draw on United View. I don't know, man. I'm going to stick with it. I feel like we can nick a draw. There's a lot of pressure on you guys. I mean, you've alluded to it, saying that you're not in the best form right now. You said Rodri's a little bit iffy. Pep does change things a little bit. You've got Liverpool just looking at this game going, please, Man United, let them drop, nick a point off them, let them drop 2 points. And that's a whole different ball game. And we got to look after ourselves, even though we know if we nick anything off you, it lets Liverpool in massively again. But we've got to look after ourselves, man. I'm gonna go over draw. I think we can nick a draw, bro. We are capable of winning at any time, but I'm still emotionally scarred from that 2-0 humbling at Old Trafford earlier in the season, bro. That happened and I was sitting there in the stadium just thinking, fuck, these lot didn't even make a sub, mate. This feels like 5-0. Do you know what I mean?
The thing
but
is,
it's under Ralph. Is it Ralph's got to do something?
Yeah, I'm looking at the table now, man. That's why I keep on looking up here, innit? But
Yeah.
a draw's not that good result. However, you know what's going to be massive? I think Arsenal play at 2 o'clock on the Sunday
Yeah.
against Watford. Now,
Watford away,
we would
yeah.
expect Arsenal to do well there and get the 3 points. However, and that might change United's stance on it, because if Arsenal win, I mean, Arsenal got 24 games, United played 27.
Yeah.
If Arsenal get the 3 points there, they already go above United, and they'll still have what? Two games in hand. You know what I mean? At three.
But
after United play.
that's the problem that we've got, bro. Like, even if I'm saying a draw, like we can nick it, it's still not great. Like this March is horrific for us, and we've got Tottenham after that. Yeah, we can all say Tottenham is shit, but they can rock up away from home and do what they did to you. Do you know what I mean? Counter attack, Son and Kane, they could be deadly. You know, but also they can be shit. Then after that, we've got Liverpool away. Oh no, they've cancelled that actually because of the FA Cup, luckily. But March is a tough March, and we've got Atletico in between. So, you know, we've got to get points on the board, but to say we got to go sit and we need to make sure we win, that's a big ask. It's a big ask with how inconsistent we've been. But we're creating chances. It's just, can we take them?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. For reference, guys, I've gone for a 2-1 City win. I was going to leave it until the next preview that I do with Jordan tomorrow, but you're probably all going to go watch the other video that we just recorded on United View with Flex. That was pretty decent, actually. We didn't just completely repeat the conversation, so I'd definitely go worth checking that out. I'll put all the details in the description. Flex, man, you know what I mean? I want to say good luck, but we really need the win, bro.
we can't say good luck. Just what I do hope is that no bullshit. I mean, I'm not just going in on City because it's not your fault that it was a handball against Rodri and the rest didn't give it, but I hope that whatever the result is, it's just not influenced by nonsense from officials and shit like that. Whoever wins or loses or draws, just let it be.
Just a clean game, innit?
That's just a clean game, with tackles flying in and it's mental, but whoever wins, lose or draws is deserved it, is what I want.
Yeah. The referees have been having a bit of a bad time recently, man. So hopefully they can pick it up anyway. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Definitely about the manager situation as well, man, because I love that conversation, and I'm genuinely like, I do feel that right now maybe Pep and Klopp have just elevated themselves so much it makes the other managers look weaker than they actually are. You know
because the bar's so high, it's inhumanly high.
That's probably it. Let us know your thoughts about that, guys. You know, how long do you think it's going to take for United to get back at the top of the table? That'd be an interesting one as well. Flex, man, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Go check out the other video that we recorded. It was pretty decent, man. And I'll see you on the other side, bro.
Peace.